Right, it's a complicated story here, how I ended up with these two books or sets of books on my desk, but I'll just start at the beginning, I guess. I've been collecting field notes for a little while now, maybe a little under a year, and not too long ago I bought a box full of some opened, some split packs, some sealed, from a guy on Facebook, and this pack was one of them. It's the Underland edition. I think this came out in 2020 or 2019, somewhere around that sort of time frame, and I hadn't really paid much attention to it, other than the fact that I liked the cover. It to me gave sort of what's the word, sort of vibes of Stranger Things, and I'm sure that's something that may have inspired the artist when he painted it. I don't know. I'm probably not giving him nearly enough credit here. But this was a painting painted by a guy called Stanley Donwood, and it's called Nether. And you know, obviously, as it suggests, it's kind of seems to be that worm's eye view of the world. So this set of books from Field Notes is called Underland. As I said, it came out maybe in about 2019, something like that. And it turns out it was inspired by this book. So this book by Robert Macfarlane, called Underland, strangely enough, was written in 2019. And I think one of the guys at Field Notes was quite inspired by it. And obviously, in particular, the artwork, and looked into, getting this kind of brought into realization as a design. So turns out that Robert Macfarlane had used loads of notebooks, including some field notes, in his sort of putting together of all of the notes and everything from this book. The book, by the way, it's a non-fiction book about like catacombs, underground layers, science laboratories, atomic bunkers, those kind of things. I haven't read it yet. It has had a lot of praise. It looks like it's going to be really interesting. I struggle to read novels, so non-fiction and kind of self-help books are the sort of things that I like to read, with sort of essays and stuff in. But I've read some Robert Macfarlane before, and he really does like to explore the world around us, so I'm looking forward to digging into that. But this video, already nearly 3 minutes long, is about these notebooks. So they came out in 2019. They are out of print now, so if you find them, they're going to be in some dusty corner of a stationery shop somewhere, or on eBay or some kind of marketplace seller. And that's a shame, because they're really nice. They do have a shiny cover to them, which is not my favorite finish. I do prefer a more tactile or a natural finish to the notepads, but I will forgive that because of this excellent artwork. This is really nice stuff. So what you've got is 3, and laid out you get this kind of triptych, which is this reframing, if you like, of this artwork by Stanley Donwood called Nether. And Stanley Donwood, I put plenty of links below, but you might recognize some of his artwork from Radiohead. He's done some covers for those. He's just recently done some work for like a Glastonbury poster in the UK as well. On the back of each of these books, you've got a little quote, which I'm assuming comes from the book. "We know so little of this world beneath our feet. We are often more tender to the dead than to the living, though it is the living who need our tenderness most. And can't read that in this light. "Seen in deep time, things come alive that seem inert. Ice breathes, rock has tides, mountains rise and fall. We live on a restless earth." So Robert Macfarlane is, I guess, a bit of a poet in many ways as well. So these are really nice books. Quick sort of info on the details. They are, as you will probably know if you're a Field Notes fan, they're 48 pages. You've got inside the front cover your traditional spot to place your name and contact details and some dates and that kind of stuff. And on the rear, inside the back cover, you have then some information, the specifications about this particular notebook series, and as usual you have some suggestions and prompts on how you can fill the book, and all these are very much underworld, netherworld, underlandly inspired. Talks of catacombs, dungeons, moles, dugouts, sinkholes, bats, stalactites, stalagmites, mines, etc. Yeah, it's a really nicely presented book, and I think I've never done this before, but I may kind of use it as a companion to the book as I'm reading. I might make some notes on the book. I've never done that before. Anybody's got any advice on how or why you do such things, I don't know. I guess it's good to make notes of things that you find particularly memorable. So I think that's possibly what I'm going to do with these. I don't know yet. We'll see how I get on once I start reading. The construction's pretty standard. You've got this Sappy McCoy, I think is the... You got the cover is Sappy McCoy, I think it's pronounced. It's this I say it's this sort of shiny card. It's nicely printed, and inside you've got pretty familiar Finch paper 60T in brilliant white, and then you've got this it's called Sunshine Yellow is the colouring. Yeah, they're nice notebooks. As I said, I think the thing that's appealed to me was the design more than anything. I'm not a huge fan of this shiny cover, but it is a very nice looking notebook. And just looking quickly back at this, when I picked these up as part of this pack, I hadn't even noticed that it said Robert Macfarlane on there. I've been sitting on these for a few months, and it was only at the weekend when I went to spend some book vouchers that I spotted this on a shelf in Waterstones, and obviously instantly recognised it as being a cover of a Field Notes book. So I thought I'd go and pick it up. If anybody's read this book, then you know, please put some notes below. Nothing sort of too negative or spoilery. I want to be inspired to read it. It's just cost me well, it's obviously a voucher, but it's just cost me like £11 odd. So please don't put me off before I open it. But I'm pretty certain that this is going to be a real good, exciting read. And give me a little while and maybe ask me some questions myself about this book, and I may be able to give you some kind of review of it myself. Who knows? I'm no bookworm, but I know what I like. There we go. Try and frame that there for my thumbnail. Why not? There we go. There is Robert Macfarlane's Underland, as well as the Field Notes Underland edition. I'll see you in another video. Thanks for watching.